What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we get to talk about the 3 new Ferraris that you'll have access to right now. Thanks to Ubisoft for allowing me to play this early. I really appreciate it, so I can get this content out for you before the update comes out. So today we're talking about the GTO, the F50, and the F80. Let's go. All right, let's get started with the GTO. So for this one, I'm surprised it's in Street 2. It's kind of an older car. It seems like it would be one that would be in Street 1 for sure, but it performs insanely well in Street 2. It's got great handling. It's actually really good with oversteer. Like, it feels planted and grippy, but the car oversteers. It almost has this feeling of like, kind of like the Agera R, but not really the Agera R, because the Agera R is very, very slippery in hypercar. The back end of that car slides out all the time. The GTO is planted, man. It is very, very good. It's good and grippy, but also oversteery. It just feels so good to drive. On my test courses of Kyusha Spirit and Groundworks, the GTO has got a 210.455. That's a crazy time. And a 310.119 on Groundworks. Both of those times are top. Like, if I sorted this page, this would put the GTO at number 5 overall. And those times are right up there with the best cars in the class. Like, a 209.5 is what the F40 runs. That's incredible. So it's a very, very good time. The car is just very good. And in relationship to the F40, the only thing that I can say is that, for one, it has the slow shifting of the F40, so it's going to feel just like that. It doesn't have the NOS power of the F40, so that's where I think the F40 is going to be a little bit of a better choice when it comes to that. And I think the GTO has like a very similar guttering to the F40, but the F40 is so comfortable in the gutter that I don't know that any car is actually going to beat it for Street 2. But the GTO is really, really good. I think I need a little bit more time to cook with this one. I really can't decide if this is actually one of like the best, like, is this going to be one of the best cars? Are people going to be using this in Street 2, or are they just going to go to the default F40? I don't know. But the F50 is also something that we need to talk about, because this one 100% is going to be part of the meta conversation. Let me get into some of the details about the F50. So the F50 is in Street 2. Again, it is potentially better than the F40. And the only reason I say that is because the car is very well rounded. It has the same handling, if not better, than the F40. The top speed is crazy compared to the F40. The F40 doesn't have the top speed. That's where it lacks. The F50 in slipstream goes 243, and then in slipstream with NOS, it hits 250. That's crazy. That's so good for the end of races. If you're on a straight at the end of a race and you're slipstreaming someone else, you can use that extra top speed with your NOS to get past, like, say, a Supra. It's crazy. It has a very good top speed for how good the handling is. The only downside to the F50 that I can see is that it doesn't gutter as well as the F40. Now, it's not a terrible guttering car, but it does require some skill to keep it in the gutter. It's not just like the magnet to the gutter like the F40 is. That's where I feel like the balance is with the F50, but because it's so good everywhere else, I think that car is going to be the default pick for a lot of people. Its test times are absolutely amazing as well. You've got a 209.7 on Kyusha and a 310.259 on Groundworks. That puts it at number 4, just above the GTO. So again, just incredible test times for both of these cars. Like I said, I think the GTO needs a little bit more time to cook. The F50, I think, is here, and it's definitely going to be part of the meta. I think if people are going to choose it over the F40 and possibly over the Supra in most scenarios. Now, let's move on to the last car of the video, and that's the F80. Now, we should start with one thing, and that is that the F80 tests really, really well. Like, literally better than every other car in the class. It's got a 118.027 on Achieving Immortality, which is literally my fastest test time on that course, and a Legendary versus Rivalry time of 216.040. That is the best time also in Legendary X Rivalry. So it tests really, really well. The problem with it, and the reason I'm not saying that it's going to be meta or it's going to take over the meta, is that it understeers a little bit, and those courses don't really give you an idea of how much that understeer is going to affect your pace, because they're not long enough. They don't have enough high speed turns, and when you get this car in a situation where it has to follow an Agera R through a turn, it's going to have an issue because it does understeer just slightly. It doesn't have enough in the handling department to really be considered a meta car. And so for that reason, I just have to, like, I don't know what car it's going to replace. Maybe it's a specialist car, and maybe it replaces the Cento Dieci, because to be honest with you, it performs very similarly to the Cento Dieci. Like, it just has that understeer problem, but it's really fast. It's got great NOS power. It's like really super grippy on basically all terrains. It is a very nice car to drive. I think what's going to happen with the F80 is it's so easy to use that it's going to turn into like sort of the best car for like newer players who are trying to learn the game and want to be in a car that's decently fast. I think the F80 is a great car for that. Ultimately though, I just don't think it's like the meta. It's certainly not going to take over the Agera R. The Agera R is definitely faster if you have the skill to drive it faster. Now, obviously not everybody has the skill to drive the Agera R, so there is that. This is definitely the meta car for the players that can't really get the hang of the Agera R or are struggling to control that car. This car is very easy to control. It's gripped. It's, yes, it is everything, man. It is a very, very good car. Maybe slightly disappointing that it's not better than the Agera. I wish we had a car that would perform like the Agera R, that would oversteer like that car, but maybe just like slightly more easy to drive. That would be like the ultimate car. But anyway, this one is not. But to just kind of wrap this whole thing up, because I don't have any grand race footage for you, but I will starting tomorrow. The GTO still needs some testing. The F50 is clearly part of the meta conversation, and the F80 is a little bit disappointing, but it certainly is part of the conversation. It is definitely not useless, and it ran the fastest times out of all the hypercars I've tested. It ran the fastest times on both of those courses. The understeer, I just can't get around that right now, and it's a little bit frustrating. I think these Ferraris are collectively the best additions to the game since the launch of the game. They are insanely good in their respective classes, and I think they're pretty much usable by anyone at any time. So there you go. That's the Ferrari meta for you for this season. I appreciate you watching the video, and if you have any questions about this, send me a DM on Instagram or Discord. I read every single message that comes my way. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Trigger out.